Hey guys, it's Jenny Silver. Today I want to talk to you about why you need to outsource for your small business, why it is so important, and how you know when it is time to outsource. Now, if you're self-employed and you're a small business, you might be trying to put all of the jobs into your own hands. This can include, but not limited to, being your own bookkeeper, doing your own marketing, doing your own blogging and website design, handling all of the entire client interface with the business, such as receiving and responding to emails, calls, sending out invoices, sending contracts, etc. The list goes on and on. Now, when you first start out as being self-employed, it might not even enter your mind that some of these tasks are best done by someone else, either outsourcing them to a company or a contractor, or hiring in and beginning to hire employees. This is probably the number one reason why entrepreneurs are very unlikely initially to hire on additional staff or to send tasks out to be outsourced by someone else, is the financial responsibility. Now, when you are self-employed, it can seem like too far of a stretch, too lofty of a goal to be able to either hire employees or outsource tasks that you don't necessarily have to do. It might not seem financially feasible. You might not feel that you have it within your budget. You might be just barely scraping by. For others who do have it in their budget, they might be reluctant to outsource or hire employees because they have a control issue over the work being done by them personally. I have been very guilty of this in the past. And for others, some just plain don't know where to start. Well, you guys, outsourcing tasks that you don't need to do yourself, or maybe you aren't the best at doing yourself, or hiring staff to do it for you can be one of the best things that you do in order to help grow your business. Now, if you are just treading water with your business, you are just barely scraping by with getting everything done, it's time to look at outsourcing or hiring employees. If you're at a point in your business where you feel you are investing too much time in tasks that aren't part of your product or your service, it is time to consider outsourcing. If you're at a point in your business where you have additional projects that you want to develop, that you want to spend time in, and that you want to see grow, but you just can't find the time, it's time to outsource. Why? Because if you as a business owner are doing every single task in your business yourself, you are doing a disservice to your business. You are forever going to be treading water. You are forever going to be stagnant, stuck at that one point, and you won't be able to move beyond it into growing your business to the point where it is sustainable. Understanding what tasks you are not the best at and understanding what tasks do not deserve your time, that aren't worth your time as the business owner, will only hold your business back. It will only hold your business back from growth. Why? Because if you as a business owner are investing your time in either menial tasks that could be delegated or in tasks that aren't your forte, where your talents are best used somewhere else, or you are spread so thin that you cannot develop these new projects for your business to help it grow and expand, then you are holding your business back. So it's time to look at outsourcing or hiring employees. For me personally, it took me a long time to be able to delegate certain tasks out to someone who wasn't myself, to hire employees, and to outsource things from other companies. Why did it take me so long? Well, for the first 6 years of my business, I was controlling. Not only was I new into business with a very little amount that I could spend within my business in terms of marketing or hiring, etc. 6 years in, I finally decided that it was time for me to begin to outsource and hire employees. Currently, we're in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic. As such, my business has been downscaled. I have had to readjust my business model, go more online, and downsize several areas of my business that just plain aren't pandemic proof. So how does my business operate during a non-pandemic year when we aren't making all of these adjustments for the current public health issues and for staff concerns? Well, I'm a wedding photographer. I also usually have between 1 and 2 associate photographers who I send out to photograph their own weddings under my company name. In addition to that, I also have second shooters who come along with me and either shoot or assist me on wedding days and events and jobs. In addition to that, I outsource my photo editing. I take the photos that I shoot and that are shot by my associates. I choose which ones I want to have post-processed, and I send them along to my editor. Now, I outsource that service. They are not an employee or a contractor of mine. I send them out, I outsource it, and I receive them back in. In addition to outsourcing my editing, I also outsource my bookkeeping. In addition to outsourcing those, I will usually have a studio manager who manages my boudoir studio that I then rent out to other photographers. They list it online for me. They schedule the rentals. They deal with the cleaning, the maintenance, etc. In addition to that, I also typically have a post-production and marketing assistant. They will handle my publications for magazines, blogs, and books, who get me published places and picked up in news articles. They also will handle the post-production. Once I get images back from my editor, they will format them, they will blog them, they will pin them, etc. So with all of these jobs delegated to other individuals, it then leaves me with more time to not only use my talents and my energies for the sole task of creating, which is what I'm best at, but it also gives me time to improve areas of my business, to create and invest time in developing and growing new areas of business. And it allows me to stay focused on what I like best about my business. I am not bogged down by tasks that I don't understand, that I have to research and teach myself how to do, such as bookkeeping. I'm not wasting my time doing something that isn't creative and doesn't have to be done necessarily by me, but I do want to have maintained in my business, such as having a studio manager book photographers into my boudoir studio for them to shoot there, and I can earn a stream of revenue that way. And lastly, those tasks that might not be getting done regularly if I were doing them myself, such as blogging and managing a Pinterest account, are incredibly important for marketing and driving target clients to my website. However, if I was left to do them, they would be done incredibly infrequently, as you can see right now on my web presence. Because why? I don't currently have my post-production and marketing assistant working for me. So these tasks might seem scary at first to outsource or to hire in because it's a big financial obligation. It's a big endeavor to train someone and teach them how you want things done. And it can be a big issue for us as business owners to be able to release control over pieces of our business. However, having these areas outsourced makes a huge difference in terms of being able to concentrate your energies in the areas that you need in order to grow your business. And it can be a big issue for us as business owners to be able to release control over pieces of our business. However, having these areas outsourced makes a huge difference in terms of being able to concentrate your energies in the areas that you need in order to grow your business. If you are constantly treading water, trying to maintain your bookkeeping, your online marketing, etc., you're not able to invest time into growing new streams of revenue, into growing yourself as a business owner and a creative, and in growing your business. So how do you even start? Well, you guys, if you are looking to outsource, you obviously will search and find a company that correlates with your vision, with your needs, and that you jive with on a personal and professional level. And for other areas of your business, it might make more sense for you to hire someone in as an employee. It also might be a legal requirement for you to hire them as an employee as opposed to having them be an independent contractor. Hiring someone as an employee, you're going to be able to tell them exactly how you want them to do the job, when, and to what specifics exactly. If you are including independent contractors in your business, you are not paying an already established business for a service. You are contracting someone to be an independent contractor with you. You are going to be required in the state of California to then send them a 1099 tax form at the end of the year for their end of year taxes. This is required to be sent in the state of California at the end of January of the following year. That way they have their 1099 to file their taxes. So what if you want to hire an employee? Well, if you want to hire an employee, I would recommend signing up with Gusto. Gusto is a fantastic payroll interface and they're pretty full service. So they will set you up with workers' comp insurance. They will set you up with all of the tax forms and hiring forms that you need to have completed in order to hire on employees legally according to your state. Gusto is kind of a one-stop shop for setting yourself up for employees. I have used them for my employees in the past, and I have found them to be very user-friendly and very easy. Guys, right now with the current climate of the pandemic, some of you may see this video and it may be the information you've been looking for. You may be ready to hire employees. You may be ready to outsource your tasks for your work. And others of you might see this video and think that you wish that you could do that, but given the current status of your business, you are unable to do so. Well, right now, you guys, it's more important than ever to try to figure out how we can grow our businesses, how we can pivot our businesses to survive in the current climate. Well, it's also important to take into account, if you're able to do so, to create jobs for our workforce. If you're able to hire someone on and to outsource right now, fantastic. That is a huge help. If you're able to hire an employee on right now, now is a great time to do it. So right now, you guys, so many people have lost their jobs. So many people are looking for work. So many people have had their income impacted. It is a good time, if you're able to do so, to hire on an employee or to outsource a task that you need done. Okay, you guys, so I would strongly recommend checking out Gusto if you want to hire on employees. You can also pay independent contractors through Gusto. It's very easy and user-friendly. I'm going to go ahead and leave the link down in my video description below. And if you sign up using my link the first time you run payroll, you will actually receive a $100 bonus for using my referral link. So make sure you sign up using that link if you find it of interest to you. Okay, you guys, I hope that was helpful. Please click like, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below.